Hey family, this is your girl Renee, and I figured I'd come on today because I needed to check on my family. Because I don't know about you guys, but this heat over here in Virginia, Zone 7B, has been horrendous. It has been so hot to where I have not been able to get out in my yard to do the things that I normally would do. Because when you're talking about heat and get a heat stroke, the heat is nothing to be playing with. Trust and believe that. So I have just been sitting here looking through my window, looking at all my plants. And I don't know about you guys, but I know some of my plants are suffering. My tomatoes are suffering. My beans that I love so much are suffering. But we're supposed to be getting some rain here in a couple of days. So I'm hoping that Mother Nature will come to my rescue and she will water my plants so they'll get a nice little drink. Because if the heat's not getting them, the bugs are getting them. So, I'm just sitting here thinking of fall. Are you guys starting to think about fall? Because I know your girl is. Because I'm thinking, whew, I can't wait till the heat goes away and then fall will come and then the temperatures will go back to normal. And then I can start thinking about what I'm going to be planting. And that's what I said, hey, I need to come and have a chit chat with my family and see exactly what they are going to be planting. So I went and checked out a few of you guys' videos. And like always, you always come through for me and you have inspired me to get myself a moving. So with that being said, I decided to put a list together, and these are just some of the things that I think I'm going to be planting for fall. And my number one thing are carrots. I have some carrots out there, and I think this week I'm going to go out there and I'm going to check on them carrots. Them carrots been out there like for months and months, and I was doing good with the watering and maintaining them. And then, like I said, the heat came, and child, that job went by the wayside. I'm gonna be honest with you. When it gets hot out there, your girl doesn't go out there as often as she needs to be because you got to think about your health, safety first. So I figure I'm going to do these carrots. And remember, I went to Kohl's and I found this carrot pop that they had on clearance. It was regularly like $5.99. It says here, but I got it for like maybe $3 and something. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to plant this, and it says the directions are just it says just bury half of in some soil and water it regularly, and then it says you should see some growth. It says thrives in 6 to 8 hours of direct sunlight. Well, child, we all know that we getting a lot of that sunlight. So I don't think these are going to have a problem. Let's see what this looks like if we open it. I hope the seeds and stuff don't go everywhere. So let's see. Well, they really glued this now. When is this? I don't think this expires, but maybe that's the reason why they put it on clearance, or it just wasn't popular. Because I've never ever seen anything like this. You guys ready to see what this carrot bunch seed pop looks like? Here we go. Look, I'm going to just push it up. It looks like this. And it has all the carrot seeds in there. You guys see that? Camera focus. There you go. It's like that. And I'm thinking, and it's hard as a rock, so it just says buried in like I said, half of pop into soil. So we're just gonna put this in some soil, we're gonna water it thoroughly, and we're gonna see how this does. Because it's just on a popsicle stick. See? Just on a popsicle stick. And they almost, I don't know if you guys remember back in the day, when we used to make mud pies, just take some mud, some dirt, and we used to just add some water to it, and we would just pat it into, like a shape of a pie. I think this is the same concept. They took some kind of soil that had some good binding agent where they could put the carrot seeds in it, and then formed it into this ball, stuck that popsicle stick in there, and then boom, this carrot bunch seed pop was born. I think that's what it is. So I'll probably be doing this next week, probably in the garage, because if it gets too hot outside, your girl's always in the garage planting something, and this may be our next experiment. Because I love a good experiment. So the next thing on my list is I think I'm going to do some broccoli, because I don't usually do my brassicas and stuff in the summertime because I don't want to deal with that white butterfly and all them little worms and stuff. Whew, no child. I'm not down for that, because once she gets onto the brassicas, she be having a happy party, a happy egg laying party on your plants and stuff. And there is not enough organic spray to spray on that broccoli or your greens or whatever for me to be out there. So, no, I'm just going to do it in the fall. And hopefully, if I start now, I can get them going and I can be able to reap some of the benefits of the broccoli. Okay, then I'm going to do winter choy. I always do winter choy. I love it, love it, love it, because they look like a big rosette. Love it. And then I'm going to do some lettuce. I think I might have tried some endive, or I'm going to try some that radicchio lettuce, because I've never tried either one of those varieties. So I'm already ordered my seeds, and they should be coming in about a week. So as soon as I get my seeds, I will come back and do a mail call, and I will show you that my seeds are in, and I'm going to be so excited. And I'm going to be putting them in those little pellets that I always start my seeds in. And then from there, they'll go onto my grow table inside the house so I can get them nice and strong, and before I throw them out there. Okay, and then I'm going to do some peas. I'm going to try to find some peas that are frost tolerant and can stand a little bit of cold. And I know there's a variety of peas out there. I know there are. I got to do my research, but I'm going to figure it out. And of course, since I was so excited about how well I grew my onions, OMG, your girl going to have another round, and I'm going to do 2 beds of onions. So I'm so excited. And then I'm going to do some kale, because I was supposed to do some kale this season, but that got away from me and I wasn't able to get it out there. So kale can handle some cold. So I'm going to do some kale, and then I'm also going to do some Swiss chard. Now, you guys know the story about me and that Swiss chard. Well, I tried it once before, and I really, I'm going to be honest with you. Your girl really didn't like the Swiss chard, but I said, don't give up, Renee. Get out there and try it again. So your girl's going to try it again. I only wanted to grow that Swiss chard between you and me, family. I only wanted to grow that Swiss chard because the color, that color was so vibrant in the garden. It looked so beautiful. And I was like, I don't really like Swiss chard, but they sure got some booming colors. Vibrant, gorgeous, and I wanted to sprinkle a whole bunch of that chard, Swiss chard, all in my garden. But then I thought, is that wasteful just to be putting something out there that you're not going to eat? I was thinking maybe the birds would like it. If I didn't like it, I thought the rabbits would like it. You know, I threw some on the ground. They just looked at me like, girl, what is this? We don't eat that kind of stuff. We eat the stuff that you don't want us to eat. That's what we're looking for. We don't want that. You can have that. So I was like, these animals over here, they got nerve to be picky. Mm-hmm. But if you've been following me for a long, long time, my critters over here, they think they running this garden over here. I got to put them in check every once in a while to let them know, hey, I started this garden. You guys are just here because I allow you to be here. I can do some extreme things, but I try to coexist with all my little critters around here. Okay, and the last and final, well, it's not going to be the last and final thing that I'm going to be putting out there. I'm going to be doing some more beans. By the time you see this video, you would have already seen me sowing some, or I should say, adding some more of these Cherokee wax bush beans to my collection of beans already out there. So I've already sowed these and put them in one of those cement planters. So hopefully these will come up. I have never tried these before, so I'm excited about trying these. And I have three more of those cement planters out there. So I'm going to do another planting of this Blue Lake beans bush because these are the ones that I really, really enjoy. So I'm going to plant some more of these. And then I'm going to also plant some of these Royal Burgundy bush beans. These are ones, I got from Lowe's. I happened to be in there and I saw these beans and I was like, these royal burgundy beans. And I love the bush beans. I don't do well with the vining ones. For some reason, me and vines, they either they take over or they just don't work for me. And I've tried putting them on a trellis, but nope. Either they get too hot, even though I try to water them. Me and the vines of beans, no. So I do a lot better with my bush beans. So that's what I'm sticking with. And you know what they say, if it's not broke, don't try to fix it. Just keep on doing what you're doing. So these growing these beans that are bush variety do really, really well for me. So I'm so excited about that. So I just wanted to come to you guys today, chit chat with you a little bit while I'm just sitting here looking out my window and say, boy, oh boy, I can't wait till this heat passes over and fall starts. But just a reminder to you guys too is that you have to get them started now because before we know it, fall will be here and they will be looking at all these packages of seeds and we'll be saying, ah, I should have put these seeds in some soil and got them bad boys started. So I'm going to try to at least get my stuff started. And as always, my table will be filled with those little containers, those carry out containers that I get from restaurants and stuff, because that's the best way that I know how to start my seeds and get my little seedlings going. And then, like always, I'll transfer them upstairs onto my grow table and I'm gonna get them as big and strong as I possibly can. So with me, it's gonna take me a while, especially like for these broccoli and this lettuce and these peas and onions. I have to make sure, and I have to make sure that when I do my onions, like I did last season, I get them to grow them big and strong and get that root system as strong as possible. Because once I put them outside, they're going to stay out there all through the winter. They're going to get watered by the snow, Mother Nature, and they've got to be able to be strong enough to handle all the elements and the critters, the bugs, all that. So it's my job as a gardener to give them the best start possible. So, and I want to double up on my onions too. So yeah, I'm going to have onions all over this table and in the windowsill and all that because I want some onions. I still have the onions that I grew this season. I'm still working on them. You guys have seen me when I did my cooking video, cooking in the kitchen with Renee, and I made my potato bowl, but I didn't use a bowl. I used a plate. But that was delicious. What did you guys think about that video? Did you like that video? A lot of you guys said it was delicious. And those potatoes that I harvested really look good. But you know what? I still haven't harvested my potatoes yet. I'm gonna have to just go out there and just get those some of those containers, put them in my wheelbarrow, and wheel them into my garage like I normally do when it's too hot, and just make my video in the garage. That's what I have to do. But you know what? I gotta clean my garage first because my garage has stuff all over the place, and I need to get it cleaned out so I have a place to where I can harvest those potatoes. I don't know why I'm whispering because I'm the only one down here, but still, we all got a spot somewhere, either out in our garden, garage, somewhere in this house that's just a hot mess. And for me, it's the garage because I got both my wheelbarrows in there because I was cleaning up and I was throwing all those items that I in my from my garden in that wheelbarrow, and I kept telling myself, "Oh, I'll clean that wheelbarrow out tomorrow. Oh, I'll do it tomorrow." Sure, those two wheelbarrows are still out there full of stuff. One's got some soil in it that I can't use it. I'm just gonna like throw it on one of my bald spots out there on my grass and let Mother Nature help me grow some grass over there on that bald spot. So with that being said, I'm just rambling now, but I just wanted to come and check in with you guys and let you know what my thoughts are for fall and what are some of the things that I'm going to be planting this fall. And I'm so excited about fall, and I'm so excited about me trying these new variety of beans and this carrot pop stick. Can't wait to see what this bad boy how it turns out. It's either going to be a thumbs up or a thumbs down. So we're going to see how that's going to work. Oh, and I also wanted to tell you guys before I left, I haven't seen my bunnies, but I think, fingers crossed, there has been like a hawk. Yep, it's either a hawk or an owl, but I think it's a hawk because the wingspan was huge. And owls have, their wings are pretty big, but this hawk his wings were really big, and he was a fat one. And I'm hoping and praying that he didn't attack my bunnies over here. And I haven't seen tails of squirrels. Well, I don't know what they doing. I don't know if they hiding or it's just too hot and they just don't want to come out of their little homes, which I don't blame them because look at me. I'm in the house looking at the window and saying, your girl, me, needs to get out there and do some watering and pulling some weeds. But am I doing it? Why am I not doing it? Because, first of all, it's too hot. I almost passed out there when I was cutting the grass the other day. But I had to force myself. You'll see that video where I'm all sweaty and I got my little hat on and I'm wiping my face with my sleeve. Girl, your girl it was a struggle that day. And I still haven't weed whacked yet. And that was like, what, 2, 3 days ago? I got to get that done too. I gotta get that done. And I need to check on my watermelons that I have out there. I don't even know if I got a watermelon because there's so many weeds over there. And I'm scared that there's Mr. No Shoulders over there. So when you guys see me cutting the grass, I'm always carrying a stick because I'm always, moving stuff around and wiggling it around to make sure I don't see I see the little critters before they see me. So I can do a quick exit, stage left, or exit stage right, or go and get my shovel and we gonna go into battle. That's why you see me wearing my boots all the time, and I have my shovel, which is my weapon. Because I figured my machete, I had to get too close to the critters to use my machete, so I figured I could just do better with my shovel because shovel has that long handle, and I can just go and I ain't gonna worry about them no more. Just say a prayer over them and send them to the upper room and let the Lord know one of his critters are coming his way and they need a little love and attention. And I figured he was lonely, so I need to send some of his critters up there and they need a good talking to about how they behave over here in Renee's garden. All right, guys, let me get off of here. I will talk to you later. Let me know the things that you guys are going to be planting for the fall garden. So if it's not on my list, I might have to add it on my list. And because your ideas always, always, and I do mean always, inspire your girl in order to put more things out in my garden. And you know we all do better in the fall because we ain't out there roasting like a peanut. It ain't all about the heat now. Mm-mm-mm. Cool weather, come on, baby. Come and cool us down because your girl is so, so ready. All right, have a wonderful day, you guys. Have a blessed day, and I'll keep you updated on how my fall seedlings are coming and when I start planting them seeds. All right, guys, take care. Bye bye.